Well, hey, 4th through 5th grade group leaders, hope you guys are having a great week. Sorry this video took so long to get out to you, but I want to walk through our 4th through 5th grade guide for this weekend. Last week was Easter. I heard everybody did a great job, and you had so much fun leading your groups. I hope you have some cool stories to share, some life change, or maybe just some relationships that are happening in your group. I want to take a second, like I said, and walk through our small group guide for this week. Last week we started a brand new series talking all about patience. Patience is waiting until later for what you want now. And this weekend, our bottom line is when you think you can't wait, talk to God about it. So we're going to be talking about what it looks like to stop, to pause, and to pray and ask God for patience in the moments where it's really hard to practice having that patience. And so our first activity is a fun little game. You're going to give every kid in your group a piece of paper or an index card, something to write on. You're going to choose one person. They're going to be the it person. And that it person is going to write their answer to one of the questions on the small group guide. The questions are things like, what's the first thing you do in the morning? What's the first thing you said today? What's the first thing you do when you're frustrated with someone? What's the first thing you do when you get to church? And so they're going to write their answer on that piece of paper, and then everybody else in your group is going to write the answer that they think the person who is it wrote down. So if we were all sitting in a group and I got picked, I would write my answer. What did I have for what's the first thing I had this morning? And I would put a bowl of Honey Nut Cheerios, and then you guys would all answer the question as if you were me trying to figure out what my answer would be. And so every time they get one right, they'll get a point. Have fun with it. Be goofy. You know, this is a time for you to just to connect with your group and have some fun answering some goofy questions. And at the end, you're going to kind of transition that into our next activity, which is our Bible story extension activity. And for this activity, you're going to have 4 cards that are going to be cut out. I apologize, this is in black and white, but these will be cut out. This one will be yellow. This one is red, this one is black, and this one is blue. And as you see, there's words that correspond with the color, and those are all on your small group guide as well. But they are basically, those colors are expressing the emotion that you're going to have the kids in your group choose which emotion corresponds with the verse that you're going to read. So there's 4 verses on there from 1 Samuel that we want you to read that kind of tell the story of Hannah. And at the end of that verse that you read, I want you to pause and have the kids in your group, you can have them go stand by the color, you can have them point to it, pick it, whatever you think that is, and then kind of discuss a little bit why that person might have been feeling that happy, or why they would have been feeling hurtful or unkind, or maybe they would have felt sad or disappointed, and just have discussion around it. There's no right or wrong answer for this. Obviously, if they say for the first verse it's about Hannah's sister taunting her, if they say that was something that was happy, well, obviously that wasn't happy. You can take some time and correct them there, but that could be, you know, either sad, disappointed, or hurtful or unkind. Those really is a toss-up, but just some room for discussion there. So you'll read through that, and then you're going to read First Colossians, or it's not First Colossians, Colossians is one book. You're going to read Colossians 1:11 and talk about how this verse that was written hundreds of years later speaks the same truth that Hannah kind of witnessed and realized in her story as well, and you'll make that connection. So those are the first 2 activities, and then our third activity is just some discussion questions, talking more about what it looks like to wait a long time, why it's hard to be impatient, and then you'll transition into some guided prayer. Cool, I hope that's helpful. Again, like I said, these will be colored, not black and white. I just printed them off right now. But if you guys need anything or you have any questions, feel free to ask your director, and they would love to help you however they can. Cool, guys. Thanks for watching this. I hope that helps. Have a great weekend, and kill it in your small group.